stop scrolling because I'm going to give you some free stuff. By the end of this video, you're going to learn how to do SMS marketing in 2025 so you get those amazing open rates. I'm going to show you how to send SMSs in Highlevel from anywhere in the world for just about free, especially in countries where you don't get those Twilio or Highlevel numbers. Then I'm going to give you a massive SMS snapshot that you can use in your agency with 33 really cool workflows to it. My name is Alters. I run my own AI agency and I know how hard it is to get SMS working, but I also know the actual power and how great it is when it works. So we're going to go for the full video. There's going to be a cool presentation that shows you why SMS and why you should use it, and you'll get the whole workflow for totally free at the end. So just come, watch, and learn something at the very least if you don't implement it. But you should, because it's a powerful system for yourself to do outreach, but it's really powerful for you to sell to businesses and make money. So awesome video, awesome content. Let's get into it and have some fun. Okay, this is going to be another awesome and really valuable training because we're going to go over a total SMS marketing strategy. It works so well and really effective. And we're going to go over a couple of the boring stuff in regards to leads and compelling copy. And we're just going to skip over that really fast so you can get to the system building, which is what you're here for. And I'll show you how you can get this actual cool SMS automation that drips it out in 4 different ways. How, why, what it looks like, and the understanding around it. And I'll show you can get it for totally free. And of course, I have it also in the paid community that has a bunch of training in here specifically in regards to AI automation, voice AI, innate end systems, vibe coding, and part of it is doing cold email and SMS outreach that I have a full training in it. But you don't have to join this. I would love you to join it because I actually give you about $4,000 worth of free products in here when you join up. But you'll be able to get this for totally free at the end of the video if you keep watching to the end. So let's get into the boring bits a little bit. And this is actually made by Manus. By the way, just gave it the one prompt, but it's gone out and forward because we have 3 good sides, or 3 very important sides when it comes to SMS marketing. And why SMS marketing? Okay, I'll just quickly scroll down here to the bottom part in here. I do cold email and I do SMS marketing. But when everything comes together and you get SMS marketing right, the actual stats is a lot better and more effective for you. You can see the open rate is always really good. The response rate is a lot higher compared to cold email and SMS. The actual reply rate is really good, and the click-through rate is a lot better as well. So what makes cold email so good is that you can do it from anywhere to anywhere in the world. Your limitations of SMS is mostly in the country that you're able to send the SMS from into, and we'll talk to it in a little bit later in regards to the system building. But you can do 2 or 3 countries at least, and those rules are tightening a little bit as well. But SMS a lot better, and this is actual valid stats that's actually used. Especially at the moment, deliverability actually just gets you into the inbox most of the time if you do things right. So let's just scroll to the top and we'll go through all of this just so you have a bit of an understanding, because and it's very similar to cold email. You just have to put a lot more effort into cold email, a lot less effort into SMS marketing, but it still works well where we need good quality leads. It's always going to be the same thing. It's either going to be leads that is opted in, whether it's from outreach or database reactivation. Then you're going to need a good copy, and then you're going to need a way to actually send it out that's actually affordable and effective. So I'll just quickly go over these, and like I said, our main point is going to be building that automation so you understand it. So obviously, again, open rate of SMS, so a lot significantly better than anything else out there. That's, if you spend your energy on this and get it right, um, you can't beat this. And it actually gets read really fast, which is really important. And you get that really fast response time just because phones are so great. And uh, just a couple of grids that I've come in here. And again, Minus has actually gone and pulled this out from the internet, from its own research marketing. And I'm going to do a separate video in regards to Minus and building slides, which is actually really legit and amazing. But why SMS marketing? Because it's so good and so effective of being open, response rates, and so on. So, what we need to understand to really get this good, you need to have all this come together where we're going to have good quality leads. So, if you are in the US, you're going to have some sort of verification system when we send phone numbers out, because you don't know if a phone number is mobile or not, or if it's active or not. And if you get a lot of fails with Highlevel, this, I think, is a 6% now. If you have a 6% bad SMS failing, Highlevel will actually flag your account. If you keep doing it, Highlevel/Twilio will actually go out and suspend your account. So really, really important to get your good quality leads. And of course, we're gonna go, you have to think of the legal side of things. When you buy a number from anywhere, technically, except for the Android system that I'm going to talk about later, there's the little golden nugget. So that's another thing that you need to stay here for. But you need to have that legal compliance into things. So ultimately, you want to get leads where people opt in the form, whether it's receive a discount, whether it's going to be for a database reactivation for a client. But if you're going to do the marketing yourself and you're going to do that cold outreach marketing, you're going to need to think about your actual legal compliance in regards to the leads. To it. By far no legal expert, I'm not going to give you any legal advice, then take this, but any business can talk to any business about anything. So if you are going to create a copy, that's the mindset you're going to have, and you're going to need to think about not just trying to sell stuff straight out of the box of any sort of, whether it's email, phone calls, or SMS, on for it. But at the end of the day, we are going to ask businesses for a meeting as sorts, to help them out with a problem, and word it in that way, and thinking about it this way, business to business, asking for their leads from numbers that you find legally, um, is good. I just can't send out mass cold email outreach selling something to especially a normal user. So think about all those. And obviously then we need to write a good compelling copy. We need to drift it out. We'll get out to it soon, because the mobile networks will start blocking you into it. And then obviously we need a good system to send things out. Highlevel is one of those. We can add Highlevel with Android to make it even better, but we'll get to the powerful outreach system really fast as well. So I'm just going to scroll through all of these because it's not going to be a lecture into it. But you need to think about where you get your leads from. If you're going to sell this as a service, you'll be fine, because you'll be able to sell it to a business as a database reactivation, which means those people have already signed up somewhere at some stage for it. But think about cold email outreach and actually um, having a good consent, or a good reasonable excuse, at least, for when you do it, and to do it in the right way. Now, a big thing. So this is leads. We're done with leads. A thing about copy is, so you're going to need to have an offer. Your offer is going to have to, if you're going to do cold email outreach for you as a business or an agency founder, you are going to have to solve business problems, and that's what your offer is going to be, and that's what you're going to have to write your copy about. But likewise, if you're going to do this as a database reactivation, there's some things you need to think about, and probably the most important and most effective part is, it's called segmentation, and segmentation is about 160 characters. But you got to think of some things like emojis that doesn't actually show in there, that makes for a longer segmentation. And when you have your system set up, wherever it is, whoever it was, whatever system sends out email, SMS outreach, are going to charge you per segment, whether it's Highlevel, Twilio, or the Android system, and your market is going to send it out to and charge you per segmentation. So it just means keep your email or keep your SMS copies really short. Email you can drag out a little bit, but SMS needs to be short. There's two examples in here, and again, I'm not going to struggle and go too much into writing email and SMS copies, but you need to think about your offer and what you're offering. Obviously, this is going to be more for a database reactivation, for like a hair salon, anything who really sells really well. And if you can offer and do good email marketing with those great results, it's going to be awesome. Okay, so for yourself, you need to think about it and keep those segmentations really, really low. Okay, so yeah, segmentations, custom values, really good. Okay, so quite good again from miners to actually nail that in there. So again, we need a powerful system. Lots of other systems out there, but this is where Highlevel shines. Highlevel connects your SMS marketing to a one inbox, obviously, and you should know it because you're here, but you have a one inbox, you have a two-way SMS function, you can hook up AI to it. So it's really, really good. But at the moment, Highlevel is really big because Highlevel uses Twilio. Okay. And people go like, oh, I can't get a number on Highlevel, so I'm going to try to do Twilio. If you can't get a number on Highlevel, you're going to struggle a lot more getting a number in Twilio. Okay. You need to be really, really compliant with Highlevel, and they are checking right now. Okay. So it works really well. And these are kind of the monthly charges. I actually think they got it a little bit wrong here. But obviously, you're going to have a Highlevel fee, whatever you pay for Highlevel, and the message segmentation is the same. So we see native Highlevel in here, but Highlevel now uses Twilio. So those prices are about the same. I mean, looking at about 8 cents if there's no upsell onto your message segmentation to it, or it's an 8 of 0.075, so 0.008, so almost about 1 cent a message, right? If you're going to go a little bit over. So that makes it really, really good and affordable. Highlevel toll-free numbers is about $2.50 a month, I think it is. So it makes it really affordable. However, number registration becomes really, really hard, especially toll-free, ATP compliance. Lots of other videos about it, but it's something that should sit in the big back of your mind. It's still really scalable, okay, but the complexity on it, um, and these kind of need to be the same, is going to be a lot different to it. So you are able to get toll-free numbers, and again, in the last year, it's changed 2 or 3 times. So yeah, really something to think about with Highlevel. Definitely way to go. And there's an Android version I'm going to show you, and I'm going to share a code below. It actually gives you really good discount for it. Because, so important part here to remember, so pause, take a breath, think about this. In Highlevel, wherever you are in whatever country you want to be in, most likely, most of the time, you are required to send out messages and registering via a business number. So you need to have a business registered to buy a Twilio and Highlevel number. So again, the USA toll-free numbers have changed 3 times in the last couple of years about how to do it, but usually need an EIN number. Likewise, in Australia, if you want to send out messages, you need to register your business for it. Likewise, in New Zealand, likewise in the US or the UK, United Kingdom. And then the second big part of it is a lot of other countries, UAE, and even New Zealand doesn't offer SMS numbers. Therefore, this Android tool and version I'll talk to you about at the end is totally stunning and amazing about it, because not only does it save you a lot of money because you pay carrier fees for it, but you are also be able to send SMSs in countries that doesn't usually allow you to do it. So this is what makes it really, really great and fantastic. And I'm going to talk more about it at the very, very end. So you need to understand it. But it's exceptionally valuable, especially I use it in New Zealand. I got 4 cell phones for myself that I use for outreach. And so does my clients, missed call, text back. You need SMS functions for it. This is, how can you miss out on this? Okay. How can you miss out on all the AI and the great stuff that SMS offers? Um, and it's a problem that it doesn't get allowed in all the countries, but it's a big legal thing, a big legal telecommunication thing. Anyway, enough said about this SMS call function. We've gone over here why it's important. Um, and you should think about how to implement it. It's come up with this plan. Don't have to worry about it. You can pause and watch over it. But SMS is going to be exactly the same as cold email, where you're going to have to test your copies A, B, C, and D, test your offers. But if you're going to do a database reactivation, it's going to be a lot easier because obviously the person has an actual offer, 25% discount that they can send out, and you can track and monitor it. So again, good quality leads, get a good copy, powerful system. Definitely start with Highlevel, and we'll talk about the Android system after this. So let me now show you an awesome automation that it works really well with high-level numbers, and also if you use the Android system, and we'll go over it and we'll go over why. So let's get into that part right now. So I'll quickly pause and jump into my Highlevel. All right, so again, this workflow you'll be able to get at the end. I'll show you where to get this. But the idea about this workflow is for it to work if you're going to send it out via Android. If you are going to send it out via Highlevel, I still suggest you drip out the paths like this, just so the other telecommunication companies, wherever you are, whether it's in America or I'm going to use this in Australia, still don't get the same amount of messages sent to it. So I do think a drip is still important. So it saves your number and it saves deliverability. So your number, whichever it is, Android or the one on Highlevel, and again, I'll talk about Android later, does not get flagged as spammy. Okay, so make sure we drip those out. One, one a minute at least if you're going to do Highlevel's numbers, one every 2 minutes if you are gonna send it out via Android. And again, what we need to consider here is that you're probably going to send a couple of multiple messages because we want to keep the segmentation a lot down. If it's going to be for a business, this is going to probably be enough to send out. But if we're going to drive out little values for it, we're going to need to think as if someone types the message on the phone. So if I'm going to message you as an SMS, it's going to be short message, short reply, short message, short reply. It's just how SMS looks and feels. So again, this is thanks to Gary, and we'll talk about this later again, but all it means is our entire group of messaging is going to come out in a drip mode, and you can see in the drip in here it's going to come through and it's all going to sit here. So if you have 1,000, we're all going to push it out 1 minute at a time at the very least. Okay, so 1 minute at a time is going to come down. Now if you have staff members, we're going to have to add a staff member to each user, assign it, whether it's 1, whether it's 2. Then we're going to add a note to it saying, hey, we've added contacts 1 to 1,000 into this drip mode, Dana in there. So at least if someone's managing your CRM, and again, this is why Highlevel is so important, it will all come into here. So now split testing. Now, this is just a basic module that's built out in Highlevel, makes it really easy. We just say split it up. And when you click on the split, it's percentages to split them on. And I should actually just hold on. Let's move this over here this way. So all it just says, we're going to split it 4 ways in here. So you should monitor this, and there's a monitoring tab here on the top. It shows you your actual stats with being sent and open to it. But you might find that you get a lot more openings on path number A, and you can just then totally delete path B if you should want. I think you should still split them up in different email copies. So all I mean with different email copies is, and again, we're going to come through here. And again, this is just a bit more of a randoming. It's in, we're dividing it up in time in seconds. So 0.82 of a minute. So you can times that by a minute. And it just drips them out at different times. It comes in 1 minute and it just adds a little bit to it. 1 minute adds a couple of seconds to it, adds a couple of random seconds to it, adds a couple of random seconds to it. So it just keeps them split up for the companies. They're smart. Those big A&T companies actually has probably millions of dollars of systems trying to detect all these kind of spam messages. So they will catch you out. So we need to try and make it as smart as possible. And that's again what makes Highlevel so important. So when I come through here, we're splitting it out. We're adding a couple of seconds of delays into it. And then you just have your email copies. Now, if you're going to do this for a client as a database reactivation, you can pretty much stop here if you want to, but you'll just see, for example, each one is just a little bit different. You have hi, first name, hi, last name, or hi, who you are, or who the contact name is that we've just assigned in there. I just want to let you know about something exciting. I want to share something exciting with you. Share all these up, and you can see they're all just a little bit different, very similar, but the wording just changed up and down here from a little bit. And you can even get more creative by changing those depending on your own offer. Okay, so now just think about this as well. You have about a minute to drip all these out before the rest comes in. So if you're going to send more than one message, you are going to just send it like you're actually sending it out, talking to someone. So if I'm going to send you a message, it's going to be 1 or 2 messages at a time, 1 or 2 segments at a time, and this is what it gets built to. So in this mode here, the one that I will give you is going to be at least 2 segments for it. So that's going to be your calculation about how much each message is going to cost you. So all it is wait 3 seconds, 1, 2, 3, and then the next message is going to come through. And again, it's just a couple of variations for it. And this one is more built out if you are going to send out an offer for a client for a database reactivation. If you're going to do this to get clients for your AI agency, you are going to need to rewrite this quite a lot and maybe add this into 3 message segmentations, or even add in a reply to it. So you're going to have to think about your message and your copy. If this is going to be, this is Sandra from Beautiful Hair Salon. I just want to share something exciting with you. We have an incredible 20% off for returning clients. Don't miss out. And you're going to smash that with opening, and you're going to have a real valuable product to give to your client. And if you come up in the stats, it's going to look pretty amazing on those for deliverability, click-through rate, and so on. So just something to consider. And then obviously just the direct follow-up, wait 48 hours, and then the next day send 2 more messages. Okay. And all you can have in here is if they reply that they only allow, oh, what is wrong here? Highlevel does not like this. Because all we'll have through is that they're only allowed to enter the funnel 1 time, or the automation 1 time. And if they enter the automation again, that you stop on response. So if they reply at any stage within that Highlevel automation, that they will actually stop being part of this automation. So it won't keep sending the messages even if they reply. Okay, so this is where you can now add conversation AI to it. And of course, we're just going to add a specific time zone to it and make sure we send it out in that time zone that we are in for our marketing. Okay, so two really important parts in here. Or three really important parts in here. When we come back to the slide, we need to remember we have an effective SMS copy. And that's what we're doing in here. We're splitting it out so we don't get picked up as spam. We're splitting it out so it looks different, and we're keeping those segments small, and we're only doing a one-time follow-up. Really good system to set up. So what I want to show you now, so this is going to be part of Highlevel, and Highlevel, you obviously need to buy that number. So when we come back to phone numbers, so this one, my Australian number, SMSs are really, really expensive in Australia. So what I'm going to do in this one is I'm going to go and register my CRM sim for it. So this is the Android version. And when you use the link below, I'll give you a couple of bits of discounts for it. But it's an absolutely amazing tool. I highly, highly recommend you go to the website and see what they're all about. Find the link below. Lots of people use it from all over the world, and this again comes now back to our effective system, where we need a system to send it out from anywhere in the world. And if you can't do Twilio, and if you can't do Highlevel because there's no numbers or it's expensive, then you use a tool like my CRM sim, and it's quite simple and easy. All you do is connecting Highlevel with your Android phone, and it sends SMSs from your Android data provider. Real simple, real easy. If you have an unlimited SMS plan, it's going to use that and send it out for it. So it's a massive cost saving. You don't have to register for A2P, and you can do it from wherever country in the world the Android phone is actually connected to. Really amazing system, where I actually got all of this automations from. There's a fixed price for it. If you don't want a full agency account, you can come to my other community that gives you a Highlevel account, and I can sign you up for a one-time account for it. It doesn't actually cost as much. So there's actually extra more savings for it. But if you have Highlevel, you should definitely get one of these. Okay, you should get one of those. Go through the website, see it, you'll love it. It's absolutely amazing. Now, the final part you wanted to wait for is where to get this full-on automation from. So not only will I give you this automation, I will actually give you all the other SMS automations, which is going to include voicemail drops, changing the time zone, how people can unsubscribe in a different way rather than just saying stop, a different unsubscribe option. I'll give you all the review request automations to give. I will give you all the missed call text back automations. I will give you all the missed call from landline, so you can still have a landline attached to it. Drip modes, more drip modes and more drip modes, and I'll give you all these automations. If you come up and join the total free school community, you can come in here. It's called the AI Agency Free Resources. Very similar to this one, but it's the free version in the classroom. I'll go out and add this, so you can download it straight away to your own Highlevel account. So yeah, hope you like this. Hope you enjoyed this, and hope it made sense. I'll also add this part into it because SMS is just absolutely powerful, but you need to get it right and think about it. The only thing in here that's wrong is a bit of the pricing by Twilio. So please like, please follow, please subscribe. Come join the actual agency. I'll give you a Highlevel account with a MyCRM connection to it if you need to. So you can SMS from anywhere in the world. Come join the free community if you need to get some free resources. Everything is in there for you to actually have a system to build out and actually sell. Because if you do database reactivation via SMS, it's extremely powerful and valuable for businesses. So have a look at it, think about it, and yeah, let's talk to you all later into the next one. So talk later.